Welcome back to the Flight of Faith. This is coming to you from the roof of St. Anthony Shelter here in the South Bronx. When I was a freshman in college, I finished my last day of class, and my buddy picked me up, and we drove down to North Carolina for a week of surfing. We had such a great time. The trip down, the whole week there, everything we got into when we were down there, and the whole trip back. And when we got back, we would retell the story to people over and over again. It felt like every time we told the story, it got better and better. We would have times where we would, just tell people one story, or sometimes we'd tell the whole thing. It was great. And every once in a while now, even though that was 19 years ago, sometimes I'll just look at a picture from that time and remember what happened. And it hits me again, the things that happened that week and the things I experienced. Or maybe it's similar to when you watch an old movie that you just watched a lot when you were a kid. When I was a kid, I watched Ghostbusters so many times my tape stopped working. This Sunday, we celebrate Palm Sunday. And we're going to read this long, long gospel passage that starts on Holy Thursday with the Last Supper, goes through Jesus' time in the garden, his trial on Good Friday, his death, all the way right up to the very edge of the resurrection when he's placed in the tomb. And that's where it will end. We hear the whole story. But then, like I did with my buddy, and we would retell the stories of our trip, during Holy Week, we're going to go step by step and retell just little portions of the story. Holy Thursday, we're just going to read about the Last Supper. Good Friday, we're just going to read about Jesus' death on the cross. We're just going to take it step by step, nice and slow. And then Easter is so big, the resurrection is so big, we're actually going to listen to the resurrection for weeks, just hearing over and over again about Jesus rising from the dead. Like when we retell stories about our travels, or when we re-watch the same movie, every time we go through the story again, it deepens in our life. And that's the spiritual lesson, is that as we grow, the spiritual reality, the relationship we have with Christ deepens in our life. Our identity gets deeper and deeper in Him. St. Paul said, "I no longer live, but Christ lives in me." As you and I grow, both physically and we mature, our spiritual life should be growing too. And so even though you've celebrated Holy Thursday and Good Friday and Easter Sunday many times already in your life, this time it should deepen the mystery a little bit more. This time we should experience it in a new and deep way. And certainly for all of us, this year will be different than others. We're going to have to find creative ways to participate in the mystery of Easter, since we're going to be at home. But brothers and sisters, this is an opportunity to hear the whole story again. We'll hear the whole thing on Palm Sunday, and then we'll take it step by step throughout Holy Week. I encourage you, in whatever ways you can, by praying with the scriptures, by praying with your family, by going through the mystery each of these days during Holy Week, to allow God's love to deepen in your heart, to allow your identity with Jesus, that you belong to Him and that you are a son or daughter of the Father, to go ever deeper. May you have a blessed Holy Week, and I pray that the mystery might go deeper and deeper in your life. God bless you.